Hello again, everybody. Well, I'm up here near Knoxville, checking out Fort Loudoun. So, I know you can't see it very good. Hang on, let me zoom in a little bit to show you guys. There we go. That's a little bit better. Anyway, it's a replica of the fort, and we're going to have fun and check it out. I'm here with my buddy Zach and his stepdad, Alan. Next, we're going to check out some stuff in the area, maybe. But anyway, guys, let's go over here and check out this place and have some fun. Well, one of the cool things that I've caught is the fact that there is a picnic area on the way in. Looks pretty cool. Now, wouldn't want to do it right now. The pollen's pretty bad, but sitting there eating in the pavilion, and you're right over the Little Tennessee River, I believe. If somebody knows different, please let me know in the comments below. And looks like there's also trails going off. All right, well, here we are at the Fort Loudoun State Historic Area. You can see that there is a visitor center and stuff in the back. We'll check that out in a little bit. And this is definitely a cool little place. Look at the trail that you can check out for the Unicoi Turnpike Trail. Yes, it is absolutely gorgeous, and plenty of hiking trails. Now we're inside the visitor center. This is a pretty cool visitor center. You've got a neat library.
This y'all's first time here?
And you can see this is an overhead of the park. This is quite cool.
Yeah, right there.
And you know, we've got to focus on that it's the privy and not the bathroom. And wenches, what do they call it, guys? Wenches and rogues. Oh, that's funny. Looks like they have a pretty cool video. I'm not going to record the video, but it's definitely something that you should see when you come here. Oh, this is pretty cool. And it definitely talks about the Cherokee folks, which you kind of need to in the area. Look at all of this stuff. This is pretty cool. You've definitely found a lot of stuff in this area when they were creating the museum and the new stuff. Check out those forks and meat skewers. Man, I can't imagine having to just hike around wearing all of that gear back in the day. This is a really cool museum. That is very cool. Oh, look. They have some brick tea.
Oh, yeah. We were out on the dispenser. There should be some sitting on the seat. Okay. We'll check, make sure. Here's some on the sink there. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, that's very cool. And this shows how a wall would get made. You got these giant fortifications that would have held. You can see what the reenactors were showing right over there. And they had 12 cannons at this fort. Wow. The Brown Bess. 75 caliber. You can see that it was a flintlock style. They hadn't gotten to the percussion caps yet. Let's go peek around here in the back and see what we can see, shall we? Oh man. Okay, where to start? So you've got the Land Service musket of the King's pattern. Let's break down how these musket rifles are built. Look at all of the stuff behind the logs. It's not really lit that well, but there's some pretty... This is a pretty beautiful little collection. Grenades. That is pretty impressive. And you can come back in here. Well, here, let me get closer for you guys. Tells you how to fire the cannon. Most impressive. And as you can see, going out this way. Well, here we are, we're coming up on it, and you can see there's been a little bit of storm in the past, but we're going to go take a closer look at it. Take a look at this. So you've got the defensive works, and you've got the Sully port, and of course it's flying the flag. Anyway, guys, let's take a look at this. Say hello to Fort Loudoun. This is very impressive. We're definitely going to take peeks at other, but this is the overview, and this was definitely a good spot to pick. I believe that those are the barracks. And yes, trains are still part of everything around here. That's cool. The old door hardware. But the windows are open on this one, so maybe we'll get a look. Alright, let's take a look in here and take a gander. Oh, that's cool. So it's you've got a couple of bunk beds, so it's another part of the barracks. Look at those planks. And it looks like there would have been a little loft for storage or something up top. That is cool. And this is one of a few spots where you have a raised position for the cannons. You just run the cannon out, and you can fire at whoever was coming for you. I'm assuming there would have been another one over here, because that way you've got coverage on all sides. And a walkway so that you have the elevated position. This is absolutely gorgeous out here. Well, these are definitely cool. Plank driven, straw filled. You would have had a nice little fireplace, somewhere to sit and eat. There's access upstairs. So you would have had, again, access to go upstairs to store things. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm in another one. This is the second one down. So I'm assuming I'll peek in some others and update you, but they all still look the same. We've got maybe that's a furnace for the cooking or something. I don't know, but we will see here in a minute. Now the lowest one down here, we're down here by the foot, looks like, and maybe a little bit bigger. No, maybe a dining room? There's definitely more bunk. No, I guess it's just a larger bunk room. Pretty cool. But man, I bet it was hot when it was in the summertime. And you can see where they leaned up their rifles. There's one over here too. Again, at the bottom of the place, you've got more walkways for elevation, and you've got, oh, looks like there's some earthworks out here. Now, before we continue in here, we'll take a peek out here. You can see where they would have planted the locust hedge, so I guess at one point this was all around it. And it would have been very formidable to have tried to go through all of that thorny stuff. And you can see we're right by the body of water. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to go take a peek over at that. I'll be right back. So this talks about the Cherokee town of Tuskegee. It's now covered by Tellico Lake. "7 years after the fall of Fort Loudoun." You can see that they have built structures that the Indians would have used. That would have been bark peeled from the trees. And I'm going to have to duck. This is very short. Oh, very cool. I wonder if this is a smokehouse or if they would have used this in their ceremonies. Quite impressive. You can see that the bamboo and stuff is around here. And maybe these would have been sleeping platforms. Get you up off the ground. And then in the distance, Fort Loudoun. We'll get back to it here in a minute. Look at this. Oh, we got I think this is the armory. We have, oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just food storage, beef. I see black pepper and mustard and stuff over there. So this would have been the storehouse. Wonder where the armory would have been. Maybe one of those two? I don't know. We'll see in a minute, but let's poke our head in here. Majera, candles, bohea tea, pigtail tobacco, cheese. So yeah, this would have been a food storehouse. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Oh yeah, we are definitely in the repair area. You've got benches to work on. You've got wood carving materials. So yeah, they would have worked on that. Right next door is the blacksmith shop. Because you got to have a blacksmith shop back in the day. That is pretty cool. I don't know what's in this shed, but it is locked up for sure. Maybe supplies? If anybody knows, let me know. And this looks like it has been more recently rebuilt. You've got, it's more barracks, so you've got more beds, more bunk beds. And this has ropes to store stuff overhead, as well as spots to put your rifles again. Well, the only stuff we have left is to check out. Maybe this is where they baked goods. I guess this is the oven where they cook things. So you would have had the tent to cover to be able to prepare food and whatnot. Yeah, it's an oven. And so after this, all we got left is the other two buildings. We'll look at those in a minute. I'm trying to head to Charlestown. 450 miles of rugged trails. 30 days to get from here. There's a river gate down that way. Let's see what that is. I think it's right here, or at least an approximation. Oh, great squishy mud. Unfortunately, I came on a day when it had rained, so it is wet and muddy. No, that just talks about the Little Tennessee River. Well, you know what? It's too muddy that way, so I'm not going to go that way, but the river gate is somewhere over that way, and you can see it's all right on top of this.
Steels in case you want to use it in front of your video. Instead of any capture off the screen.
Got the guardhouse. So the guards would have been here, and again, you have space upstairs for storage. Ooh, looks like there's a... Looks like they would have been able to cook and stuff in here, or at least had a pot of tea. And you can see that they are in the middle of renovating, so the guards have a good central location, not at the top, not at the bottom, right in the middle. And right next door is the officer of the day's quarters. So we'll go take a look at that next. We will not be seeing the commander of the day. They're, I guess, still in the middle of renovations, so it is locked. You can see that they would have done decent drainage for that.
Yeah, but it looked like where you could shoot from.
Okay, well, this building is right up here by the... I can't remember what that is. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath from walking around, but let's see. Ooh. Oh. It's got something to keep the door shut. Oh, and this would be the armory. You've got muskets, grape shot, mock, hand grenade shells, Indian guns, cohorn shells. This is cool. So yeah, they would have kept this a little bit separate from everything else. You didn't want to accidentally catch this on fire. And look, they've already pre-wrapped a lot of the musket cartridges, so you did not have to wrap them so much on your own. And a bucket of musket flints, so they were already ready to go. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my look at Fort Loudoun. As always, I'm off to go on some more journeys. So until then, why don't you go on a journey of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.